Hello there again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Claire. I hope you're having an absolutely fabulous day, and I thought I would film another makeup look today, another Halloween makeup look. I have not done this look, I've not practiced this look, I've just got an idea in my head, I've got a couple of hours, so I'm just going to roll with it. I want to be Beetlejuice, and I haven't got a black and white stripy top, and I don't think I'm going to have time to stripe my neck, so this is going to have to do. But if I do like it, then I'm going to have to run out and buy black and white stripy clothes, because would you be Beetlejuice without that? So I've taken a quick look at some pictures, I've left my hair messy, I've thrown a bit of dry shampoo in it because I'm just going to try and roll it up and throw a bit of green in there even, but I'm going to do my eyebrows purple. So I'm going to soap them. So I'm going to use my Pear soap, it's got a bit of hair on it, and my Rimmel Lasting Fix and Go spray. Just spray that into the soap, bring your spoolie into it, and then just brush that through. I'm not doing like really fixed on because I'm going to be putting oil through them, or oil-based paints. But yeah, Beetlejuice, his eyebrows are purple, all around his eyes seem to be purple, so that is what I'm going for. So I'm going to do them this purple here because it's the only one I've got, and I'm going to use this My Kit Co angled brush. I'm just going to pick up some of that product, and I always press the edges together just so you can get it nice and crisp. I'm going to put some of that on the back of my hand, squeeze the edges, and then let's get going. Let's just see where this goes, shall we? Let's just see where this goes. But I'm going to do my eyes like all purple as well. I mean, I could have glued my brows and made them disappear, but I haven't got time for that right now. I don't actually mind that so much though, to be honest with you. It still looks like an eyebrow. Let's get the other side done. See, I didn't pinch that then, I made the mistake of not pinching it, and you see how it's like come down there. But we can always get a Q-tip and tidy that up a little bit. Remember to pinch. Are they even? I feel like this one's better than this one. See, this is why I never do my eyebrows on camera. It just takes me so long to get them even. Okay, before I continue with the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep, like moisturising primer, because I have put my face through it these last few days. It's just makeup on and off, on and off, on and off. So I want a nice moisturising primer because we are going to set this right down. So I just want it to be moisturised underneath. And I'm not going to have it on long, so I'm not going to have to worry about oils coming through. If you don't want oils coming through, you don't use a moisturising primer, use a mattifying primer. Just because that's got enough time to soak in while we do the rest of the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to take P. Louise Base in 05, nice light shade, and we're going to carve out those brows just so we can get a nice crisp brow. I mean, it's probably all going to mesh into one by when we get the purple on the eye, but just so that they've got a base to go on to, and it also helps me tidy up any mess that I've created. So if my eyebrows are uneven, this is absolutely how I get them more symmetrical. I always seem to go like that with one though, and I'll just pat this in. See, it doesn't really, the look isn't really like a blown out look, it's more like round, it's all under the eye and on the eye, so we're just going to see where this goes. I think I'm probably going to do my under eyes at the same time, so I'm just going to put base on those as well. Now, I would have put a purple base down because I have got some P. Louise purple bases, but I have loaned them all to my niece because she wanted to practice some purple looks, and then obviously I decided to do this, so we're just going to stick with the white base today. I've got a hair and it's sticking in my eye. Okay, so the look, it's pretty much the same purple all the way around, but I am going to try and transition it a little bit. And I've got my Beauty Bay Book of Magic that I've only really used a couple of times, but I mean these purples here are just amazing. And I have got my Sample Beauty Painter's Palette as well. I've also pulled out the Carnival 3 palette because that's got some nice purples in it too. But I feel like I'm using that to death lately because I just love it. But I really like this purple here as well. So I think I'm going to go in with that deeper purple first all over the lid in the Book of Magic, and that's called Voodoo, which is this purple right here. Like, it's almost like black. So I'm going to take that on. I'm going to take that on this like stiff Morphe MB16 brush. I'm just going to go into there and just going to pat that on the lid. And not go quite up to the crease, but near the crease. I don't think we need to be tighter, because Beetlejuice is a messy look really, isn't it? So I'm going to go on the under eye as well, like close to the lash line with that. And bring that up into like a rounded kind of shape there. Okay, so I think that is nice, and just patted in. I patted, didn't swipe at anything you couldn't really swipe with that brush. Patted all of that in. I'm loving that deep purple colour. That is quite an intense colour. I got this on sale, this Beauty Bay Book of Magic eyeshadow palette. I think I paid less than £10 for it, but I do love it. It's a nice little palette, it really, really is. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a smaller, fluffier brush. I've got a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush there, and I'm going to go in with the Sample Beauty Painters palette, and I'm going to go in with Prince, which is this colour right here. I'm going to take that on that small brush and then just blend that into the purple that I've already put down. I'm going to pat it first before I blend actually. We get more out of these shadows when we pat them. A lot of fallout with that one. And then kind of blend it. I think I am actually going to put some of this through these brows as well. That looks kind of cool. Just to like bring them into the look, because they're more pink than purple those, aren't they? But that's been a good base for those brows. Oh my god, look how much fallout there is on that. I mean, we don't need to be neat, so don't need to be mad at it. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a brush. Fluffy brush will do, and just try and wipe some of that away. I've got it everywhere. But I kind of like it. Okay, go back on the under eye with those as well. With the Prince colour. And I am going to do this brow. I haven't forgotten about it. I mean, you could use any purples that you've got in your makeup collection. Most palettes have got at least one purple, if not a little variety of colours. Okay, loving it. I just want to do like a lighter purple just up to the brows now. That those have gone in really, really fabulously together. Loving it. Oh, powder come off that then when I shut that palette. There is like a lilac in there in the Painter's palette called Pop, but I think that's too light. There is a lighter purple in the Book of Magic. I think I'm going to go for the lighter purple out of the Book of Magic palette, which is called Sorcery. That's this one right here. I'm going to take that on the same fluffy brush that I did the other purple with. Bob that in there. And then just go right up to that brow now. That one's a little bit patchy. Should we pat it in a little bit as well? I mean, like I say, I've never ever done this before. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Could be a dog's dinner. But we'll know then, won't we? I know a lot of people will probably have done their base first. They'd have done the skin first, but I don't. That one seems a lot more purple. So I'm going to go back in with, because we want these even, we want them even. I know we don't have to be like mega tidy, but we want evenness, don't we? With Prince, and just deepen that. So that is the eyes pretty much done. I'm going to throw on some lashes, maybe a little bit of black liner, and clean it up a bit, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to finish the rest of the face and try and get the skin colour right, because he looks grey, and I don't know if I can get that colour right, so we might just go white with green contour. Who knows? We're just going to wing it. We're going with this. We're going with this. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I've just put some like wispy lashes on. I didn't want to go too far because I don't think you'll be able to see that much anyway, but I don't have a lot of lashes, so I wanted to put some on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the no, I'm not going to go in with the deep purple. I'm going to go in with a black, and I'm just going to run that along my lash line, and I'm going to take Hex from the Book of Magic and just really lightly run that along my lash line, just to make my eyes look a little bit more sunken. While I was halfway through putting my lashes on, the postman made a delivery, a W7, which is another video I'm going to film, but this is how I answered the door. Winning at life there. So I'm going to drag the Voodoo Purple just underneath that black as well, just to get them both blended in together. Looking cool, looking cool. So I'm also going to take this black Creole liner. This is just a black MAC liner, and run that in my waterline as well, and probably out a little bit onto my lashes, just to really get rid of any skin. And I'm going to pop some mascara on my bottom lashes now. This is when I start making weird faces. What? Okay, so bottom lashes are done. I couldn't really mix the right kind of grey, so I'm just going to go for a really, really light foundation that I've mixed in with a lot of lightener, and just put this, oh god that is light, put this all over my face. I'm going to be careful around the eyes, and then I'm going to kind of do something with that with a different brush. I'm just going to get the base down here, and I'm going to go right into the hair with it. Like right into the hair, because I want to put some green in there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to be like really careful around the eyes now, and up and over the brows. I'm going to take my bigger brush and just blend that all now. Blend this upwards. Now I've got that really round shape on the eyes. See, I make that one look like it's a different shape because I'm always going like this with my brows. Okay, so I think that's about as even as my eyes are going to get. So before I go in with any powder, I want to put some like green contour on, because Beetlejuice just has green everywhere. If you look at Beetlejuice, I'm just going to bring up an image. It's green and white hair. He's just got green all around his forehead, and he's got like green down his neck. It's all here, and he's got some on his chin there. So we're just going to go with that. So I'm just going to go in with my green from my face paints, and I'm going to do this before I set the face, and I'm going to go up into the hair when I've got a bigger brush as well. I'm going to contour slightly as well, because you know it's still my makeup as much as it is a Halloween makeup. Now I could go in with a bigger brush and do this, but I want to be a little bit more accurate, if that makes sense. And I'm probably going to blend this and then set it with like eyeshadow. So it seems to go down here and all the way down here. It's like all over his neck, and I did put foundation all the way down here, so we're gonna go with that. And then down here, and he had a little bit on his lip as well. It's like moss that he had on his lip, wasn't it? It's kind of round into here, and that kind of came down there a little bit more, and then get a little bit here. Right, going to blend that a little bit. I'm just going to use this like small, this is a PC18 brush and it's totally not used for this, but I think it'll work well. And just blend that up into the hair. I'm going to take this Real Techniques foundation brush that is just like stained like no one's business, and I'm going to take a good whack of that colour and I'm going to brush that into my hair. I'm going to scoop some out. That's better, look at that. It's going to take ages to get out my hair. I love it, I love it. I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Kimchi Puff Puff Pass setting powder, and this is in translucent, and I'm just going to lightly set, because this really sets your face. I'm going to lightly set my face, and I'm going to do that with this PC15 brush, and I'm going to go around the green. Because I'm going around the green because I want to set the green down with a green eyeshadow. Okay, so the Book of Magic has got some like mint greens in it, but they're not going to do. But the Painter's palette, the Sample Beauty Painter's palette, has got that green and that green in it. Now I'm going to go with the darker one and just see what that looks like kind of on my neck. Oh yes, I was going to maybe mix the two together, but I wanted to see what that darker one looked like first. It's actually got a really nice like deep olive green there, and that's called Ibiza. Right, I'll show you this on the lip. Oh, now it's got a bit of blue on it. There is literally eyeshadow and paint everywhere now. It's everywhere. I still keep doing that with that eyebrow and it makes the eyes look uneven. He did have a little bit of brown. I don't know if to go in with a little brown. Just around the edges, just like a small fluffy eyeshadow brush. I've got this PC11, and in this Painter's palette there is like this like deep brown here. Called Insta, so I'm just going to very lightly tap and just blend that into like the outer parts of the green. I have got a brown face paint, I didn't want to go in with a brown face paint because I thought that might be a bit much, but I do like that. So just going to do it around the mouth area, and just very lightly, just so it looks a bit dirty. You know, because Beetlejuice was not a clean character, was he? And you can even take that green brush and blend and build that up. I do like that. That's really fetched it a little bit of something. It's going very deep. It's going very deep on the forehead, and I don't know the amount of like oil that's in there, like oil-based paint. I am loving this look, I really am. It's been so easy to do. I mean, this has all taken me an hour and it's a look I've never done before. So yeah, I'm going to take my hair out, I'm going to back comb it, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so that crazy hair did not take as long as you might think. I don't know how I'm ever going to get a brush through it again, but let's hope the postman doesn't arrive again. But I haven't got a green lipstick, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this really deep lip liner. It's Blackmail from Urban Decay. I'm going to line my lips with this. I'm going to use the green on the lips, and then I'm going to use some of my Peaches and Cream Venom pigment to kind of just like give it a little glow. I mean, I suppose you could do that on the other bits of green as well, but we're just going to see how this looks for now. So that is lips lined. I'm going to take this bigger brush to start, and then I'm going to go in with a more detailed brush. It's just a flat brush. I'm going to go into my green and just get the product down on the lip. I think that green and purple are just working so well together with this. I'm so gutted I haven't got any black and white clothes now. I need to go and get something with black and white stripes on. Primark, I'm going to have to hit Primark and see what they've got. I don't think I need a more detailed brush here. I'm just going to use the end of the brush to kind of blend it into the purple a little bit. I love it, but I am going to try this Venom. pigment and just see what it looks like just on the middle of the lip. Oh god, no, I love it. I love it. Look at that. Let's just give it such a shimmer. Oh god, I love it. I love this pigment. I love peaches and cream pigment. So this is it, the finished look, guys. I'm absolutely loving it. It was really easy to do. It's taken me just over an hour, and this is the first time I've ever done it. You know, purple on the eyes, purple on the eyebrows, really white foundation, or really light foundation, bit of green, and back comb your hair, you know, we're away. How long it's going to take to get it off, maybe a completely different story, but I absolutely am loving it. I wish I could get these back combed a little bit more, but I'm absolutely loving it. You know, it's just fun, isn't it? It's just fun. It's Halloween, it's fun, and we jump, you know, let's go in both feet, because here in Manchester Bonfire Night's been cancelled. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. If you like these types of videos or enjoy my channel, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It really helps me out. I hope you all continue to have a fabulous day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.